In this walkthrough, you'll learn to use the apply to each inside of Power Automate flows. The idea of apply to each is that it gives you the ability to loop through a table of data and then do the same action repetitively for each one. Let's build a quick example. To start, we'll navigate from the home page of Flow to the Create, and then we'll choose an Instant Cloud Flow. We will manually trigger that flow, and we'll give it a name like Apply to Each Test. Now we'll click on Create. This manually triggering flow allows us to quickly trigger the flow without having to do some other type of activity, and is great for learning and testing purposes. So now we'll use a new step, and we'll use the approval action, and we'll start and wait for an approval. For the approval type, we'll set it to be Everyone Must Approve. And now it gives us a chance to set a title. And so for the title, we'll say Our Test Approval. And then for the assign to, we're going to assign it to multiple people. So we're going to assign it to Alex and then to Patty. Just like so. Now we have both of them available. And so now when we go and start and wait for our approval, we want to send a notification on whether or not they've approved it. So we'll add another new step, and then we'll search for notification, and we'll say send an email notification. This will send an email to you, the creator of the flow, with the output. And so for the subject, we'll say approval status. And then for the body down here, we want to do a couple things. First, we want to do what is the outcome? So the outcome was, and then we'll use dynamic content, and we can go over here and we'll search for outcome, and we'll see the outcome of the approval. So that way we can send the outcome. Did they approve or reject? Then now we're going to put our cursor right here, and we're going to say enter again, and we're also going to say the comments were. And so with the comments, each one of the two approvers, so in our case Alex and Patty, will be able to provide a comment. So we'll put the cursor right here. We'll go to dynamic content, and then we'll remove the outcome we searched for earlier, and we'll search for comment. And you see responses, comments added by the approver. In our case, we have multiple approvers. So when we add this is going to be a table of data. We're going to have a response from Alex and a response from Patty. When we add this, you're going to see that an apply to each loop automatically gets wrapped around send email notification. So let's click on it to see that happen. So there you go. It automatically did this. Now what will happen in an apply to each loop now is that for each response from the tables of responses, in this case, there will be two, right? One from Alex, one from Patty. For each response, it's going to do everything inside of this block. And so in that case, it's going to send me an email notification, and it's going to send me an email notification once for Patty and once for Alex. So let's test this out and see what happens. So we'll go up here, we'll say save, and then we'll go to test, and then we're going to manually trigger the test, manual and then test. And this is just confirming we have connections. We do, so we'll say continue and then run the flow. Done. Okay, so now Alex and Patty are getting notifications. So I'll go ask them to approve our item. I'll be right back. And just like that, they've both approved it. And so now you can go down and click on the apply to each step, and you're going to see that it is running 1 of 2, and then we can go to next 2 of 2. And so this is going to run these steps for each of the activities to be done. It's completed. You may have heard me just get the ding of a couple of emails. And so here you can see the outcome was approve, and the comments were looks good from Alex. So when Alex approved, this email got sent. And then if we go over here to the number 2, then we're going to see that I approve this test and Patty. So I actually got over here in my email box 2 emails, one for each one, because apply to each runs once for each item in your table, each result. And so since we had 2 of those, we got 2 messages. Now, if we click on edit again, so when you're creating your flows, you have the ability to use this to loop through. Maybe you're getting a bunch of items out of Dataverse or SharePoint, and you want to loop through those or loop through all your emails or some other type of activity where you're going to get back a table of data and you want to do a step each one. Apply to each is going to do that. Flow also does a great job of automatically understanding when you go to add dynamic content that you wanted to do an apply to each because you chose a table of data as a source. So it'll often add it for you, but it is possible to go down here to new step and you can search for apply to each, and then you could add it. And there you go. Now you are familiar with the apply to each action inside of Power Automate Flow.